Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if someone out there might be looking back? For one boy, that question wasn't just a dream. It became his destiny. This is the story of Elio, the boy who spoke to the stars and became the voice of an entire planet. Elio was always a little different. While other kids played games or scrolled through their phones, Elio spent hours staring at the stars. He could name constellations by heart, tell stories of distant galaxies, and imagine himself traveling among them. His favorite place in the world was the Air and Space Museum. There, he'd stand before the replica of the Voyager probe, the golden record gleaming beneath the lights. That record carried the sounds of Earth, music, greetings, the hum of human life sent out into the endless dark. Elio always whispered, "If someone's out there, I hope they hear us." But no one around him understood. His mother had passed when he was young, and his aunt Olga, a strict but caring woman, did her best to raise him. Still, Elio's imagination made her worry. She feared he was losing touch with reality. At school, Elio's fascination made him a target. Two boys, Bryce and Caleb, thought his stories were ridiculous. They broke his ham radio, the one thing that made Elio feel close to the stars. A fight broke out, leaving Elio bruised and humiliated. Later, Elio visited his aunt at her government research job. That's where he met Gunther Melmack, a conspiracy theorist who hung around the facility, claiming to have proof of alien life. He told Elio, "They're listening, kid. You just have to send the right signal." Inspired, Elio sneaked into his aunt's lab and used one of Melmack's strange devices. He recorded his voice, a simple message, "Hello, my name is Elio Solis. If you can hear this, I believe in you." But when he hit send, alarms screamed through the building. The signal had triggered something deep in space. Olga was furious. Her job was now at risk, and her patients gone. The next morning, she sent Elio away to summer camp, hoping he'd stay out of trouble. At camp, Elio tried to keep to himself, but Bryce, the same bully, was there too. After another argument, Elio ran off into the woods, clutching his radio. The stars above shimmered like diamonds, and he whispered again, "If anyone's out there, take me with you." The air trembled. The wind stopped. Then, a light. A massive beam of pure gold split the sky, wrapping around him. Before Elio could scream, he was gone. When he opened his eyes, he wasn't in the woods anymore. He was floating inside a colossal spaceship, surrounded by beings of light and energy. One of them, tall and glowing with rings of color, leaned closer and spoke without words. "Welcome, Elio Solis. We heard your call." They brought him to a place beyond anything he could imagine. The Communiverse. A galactic city filled with alien civilizations sharing knowledge, peace, and art. Floating cities, crystalline towers, creatures that shimmered like music notes. This was the universe's heart. Elio learned that his message had been mistaken for a diplomatic transmission. The Communiverse believed he was the official ambassador of Earth. His simple words of belief had been interpreted as an invitation. Terrified but curious, Elio played along. But his joy didn't last long. A warlord named Grigon challenged his presence. Grigon was massive, armored, and furious. He declared that if humans were now part of the Communiverse, he would destroy them all. Elio tried to calm him, to speak of peace, but in his nervousness, he said the wrong thing. He insulted Grigon's parenting, calling him a bad father. The room fell silent. Grigon's eyes burned with rage. Elio fled through the glowing corridors, chased by Grigon's soldiers, until he stumbled upon a quiet chamber. There, he found Glorden, a smaller, gentler version of Grigon. Glorden wasn't like his father. He was shy, kind, and curious, just like Elio. The two boys quickly bonded. Elio told him about Earth, about oceans and laughter and ice cream. Glorden shared how he was being forced to become a warrior when all he wanted was peace. For the first time, Elio realized that loneliness existed even among the stars. Together, they hatched a plan. Elio would clone Glorden to fool Grigon, letting the real one escape. The plan worked, almost. Grigon accepted the clone until he sensed something was wrong. When Grigon discovered the truth, his rage shook the Communiverse. He sent an army to capture Elio and Glorden. But among his ranks was Questa, an ancient ambassador who saw the goodness in Elio's heart. She whispered to him, "You remind me of what courage means." She helped Elio and Glorden flee, sacrificing her own safety. As they escaped, Elio looked back at the shining halls and felt something strange. Guilt. He hadn't just lied to save a friend. He had endangered an entire world. The escape pod hurtled toward Earth, flames surrounding it like a falling star. The crash lit up the night sky. Olga found him wandering near the wreck, bruised but alive. But when she saw the clone standing nearby, a perfect copy of Elio without any spark of wonder, she knew instantly which one was real. Moments later, military vehicles surrounded them. To protect Elio and Olga, the clone stepped forward, drawing their attention. It sacrificed itself in a flash of light, giving them time to escape. For the first time, Olga understood. Her nephew's dreams weren't foolish. They were extraordinary. With Bryce and Melmac's help, they rebuilt the alien shuttle. As the engines roared to life, Olga gripped Elio's hand. "If you're going to the stars," she said, "you're not going alone." When they arrived, Grigon's forces were already closing in. But Elio didn't run. Instead, he walked straight toward the warlord, holding Glorden's hand. "You don't need to fight anymore," Elio said softly. "You've already won. You have your son." Grigon froze. Slowly, he tore off his armor and pulled Glorden close, holding him for the first time without anger. Around them, the room shimmered with quiet awe. Even the stars seemed to exhale. The great warrior turned to Elio and bowed his head. "You have given me peace. For that, I offer you my place as Earth's true ambassador." Elio smiled. "Thank you," he said. "But I already know where I belong." As the portal opened, Questa's voice echoed through the hall. "You are never truly alone, Elio. The stars will always listen." Light surrounded them. Olga and Elio were carried home, back to their small town, back beneath the same stars that started it all. Thanks a lot for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. We've got plenty more great content on the way.